let's have a talk about boundaries. Who here finds themselves saying yes when they really mean no? Do you find yourself often feeling angry, resentful, run down, low energy, unhappy, or even ending relationships quite abruptly because you've simply had enough of how it's going? That used to be me, by the way. So let me ask you, what does the word boundary mean to you? This might give you some insight as to why you find it hard to put boundaries into your relationships. So often we associate putting boundaries in as making us a bad person, making us selfish, open us up to confrontation, like we will be judged. And you can imagine if that's what we believe about boundaries, then we wouldn't want to put them in. We don't want to be judged as a bad person. However, boundaries are much more about terms of engagement, how you wish to have a relationship, whether that be romantic, friendship or family, but how you wish to engage with a person in any given relationship. And a healthy person will want to understand and know what your boundaries are so that they can get the best out of the relationship. And you will want to know what their boundaries are. Boundaries might change from one relationship to another. So what's okay for one relationship might not be okay for another. And as I say, a healthy person will want to understand what these boundaries are so that you can have the best kind of relationship. Now, I always thought of boundaries as this big defensive wall. Right, this is my boundary and you must not cross it. And what I often found is that I'd be met with a similar sort of confrontation, because people will meet us where we're at. So if I go in with this confrontational defensive armor attack, then I'm going to be met with that as well. And actually boundaries are much softer than that. It's more like, this is how I wish to engage with you. And they're there to protect us, to protect our energy, our mental, emotional and physical health. And they allow us to show up in our relationships as our most compassionate, kind, energetic, loving selves. So my question to you and some thought for your journal is to ask yourself, what are my beliefs about boundaries? And this will give you some insight as to why you might struggle to put boundaries into your relationships. And it's the first step towards moving towards putting boundaries in. Now, we cover boundaries at length in the Journey Back to You 8-week online group coaching program. I'll put a link below. So if you and your relationships will benefit from having some boundaries, check out the program and come and join us so that you can have that loving, empathetic, warm relationship with the people that you love.